what brings you to this fine establishment?
What establishment?
This one. This fine
We are in a
establishment.
hovel, sir. You yanked me out of my cab, took me down the freeway on foot, and we seem to be under some sort of bridge. What's the point of all this?
Yes, welcome to Where's? How can I help you?
You can help me by letting me go home. I do not like it here. It smells like the mothballs.
Unfortunately, for the next hour or more, I can't do that.
Do you at least have any good conversation topics?
No.
No.
What about you, good sir?
Well, there's just one novel I've been reading called American Psycho.
Do we just have like a 6-hour podcast?
It's mostly just me talking about each and every, like, major plot point.
Every single minute detail.
I mean, it's such a okay, like, the movie is buckwild and so is the book, but they both have two very different tones. Like, the movie winds up coming across as a lot more surreal with its execution of things. There's a lot... It's rather dry in the in the way of humor, and everything just feels so deeply uncanny. But the book definitely establishes itself as way more satire. Which, personally, I think works best. You know, it works better for the respective mediums and still manages to say something about the work itself.
See, my younger brother recently watched American Psycho to figure out what everyone was talking about when they're like, oh, yo, you're acting like Patrick Bateman. And he still is confused. It does not make any sense to him. He's angry because they keep calling him Patrick Bateman. But he's also confused.
Just angry and confused. I respect it. I mean, like, I get it. Well, actually, okay, I don't know your brother well enough to know to say.
It's because he's always straight faced. He's always like,
oh, okay. No, I get that then. Yeah, that's totally the. I mean, I'm sorry. Does your brother just like commit atrocities on random passerby? Then he's not Patrick Bateman.
But they're like, oh my god, he's straight faced. He's like Patrick Bateman.
People say an inanimate object like a wall of bricks is like Patrick Bateman. It's killed 15 people. Keeps falling on him, gets rebuilt, falls on him, gets rebuilt.
At one point, it killed an entire group. There were 6 motherfuckers there, and they just all got absolutely shattered by the brick wall.
Classic Patrick Brickman. I just imagine it's like a wall of bricks with a suit and tie, like, hammered into it.
It just uses, like, railroad spikes.
There's actually a couple deaths in American Psycho that are done with a nail gun, so you know. I think in the movie it only, like, Bateman gets close to killing someone with a nail gun, but winds up not doing that. Very based, might I add.
He picks it up and he's like, never mind.
But yeah, for me personally, like, I watched the movie and I'm like, I get what I'm picking up picking up what it's putting down, and then I read the book and I'm like, I am getting this.
And then you're like, wait, hold on, who am I? I am in prison because I killed 15 people.
Yeah, maybe. Yeah,
Let's see Paul Allen's card.
Oh my gosh. The subtle thickness. The off-white color. Or the off-white coloring. The subtle thickness.
Oh my god. It's even got a watermark.
Fun fact, that scene, the card scene, in the book it actually takes place in, like, a club. And I have to say, there's some moments in the film that I definitely prefer over the novel. Like, there's a speech at the end of the movie that... Basically, okay. It's essentially a confession of sorts of everything that he's done. But the movie ends off with it not really amounting to anything. No one believes him. And it literally, I think, like, the last line of the film is, this confession means nothing. And I really like that. I think it ends off on a better note.
My goodness.
But the novel's still compelling, has a compelling end in its own way.
So I heard from a video my younger brother was watching that most of his casualties are women.
Yeah, he will, like, pick up hookers. He will find people on the sides of the road. He has a really, like, burning hatred for homeless people. Like, it is horrific. But that's...
You can't work, you die.
I mean, literally, he tells a guy, like, you know, get a job, you bum, and then he, like, stabs his eyes out. The book gets really graphic. Like, you know, you look at the movie and you're like, oh gosh, that sure is graphic. The book is it's the Sigma male meme of, like, graphic. Because it goes into minute detail. There's a scene with a rat that haunts me. I'm not going to talk about it, but it haunts me. You could probably do the math. You could probably figure out what I mean by the rat scene. But, gosh.
Gorsh, even?
And then there's a funny bit where he gets his girlfriend that he breaks up with in the same scene to eat a urinal cake. Coats it with
urinal cake?
Yeah, coats it with chocolate. Serves it up to her at a dinner.
Oh my god.
And she's, like, suffering as she eats it, but he's sitting there just like, ah, man, this isn't entertaining me as much as I thought it would. And so he breaks up with her to feel something.
To feel something?
The book is a hoot. At one point, it just describes him going buck wild by running up and down Wall Street, and I quote, screaming like a banshee. That's something that kills me. That's why it feels way more like satire, because there's moments of genuine comedy. Let me see.
He's just a straight up autistic child.
No, it is downright comedic. I wrote something, whatchamacallit? I wrote down one of the things of the comedy, but... Yeah, a second. Oh yeah, if another round of Bellinis comes within a 20-foot radius of this table, we're going to set the Mitre Day on fire. So warn him.
the AP novel.
Yeah.
Armor piercing.
Totally. Let's see, there's another part that got a proper laugh out of me. I don't know, there's multiple parts to where it's like... Oh, yeah. I think one part is one guy, I think his name's Tim Price, that does it. He says, if I pulled out a gun and shot all of you in the head, would that be a coincidence, an accident, or an act of God?
None of the above.
I don't know, it just... People are just randomly, like, bristlingly violent, and it gets me laughing.
I shouldn't laugh. Pretty much.
At one point, like, Bateman ruminates on the fact that it's like, you know, I've never tried firebombing a place before. I wonder where I'd start.
Obviously crafting your napalm.
I think the part of that quote that I read you, though, that kills me is just the part where it's like, so warn him, you know? Like, I'm going to set him on fire, but you might want to prepare him for that eventuality.
And let's give him a little bit of time to set up, you know?
And then at one point, like, a character he just disappears for most of the book. Just runs away into the darkness, is not mentioned or heard from again. And he just resurfaces at the end like nothing happened.
It's like, oh, Bateman, I see. You did it, right? Did what?
You're the American Psycho. He didn't say that.
He's gonna psych.
Also, in the novel, there are, I think, 3 chapters. Yeah, only 3 chapters that it's literally just talking about music. It talks about the band Genesis, Whitney Houston, and Huey Lewis and the News. Those 3. It's purely talking about music, and then the book goes on like nothing happened. That's it.
And I'm assuming you read every single word?
Yes. Listen, at the start of every, like, outing or, like, club or whatever, Bateman goes into detail about what everyone in, like, the room is wearing. So it's, like, the type of coat, literally, like, the style of suit they're wearing, like the style of suit, the quality of the fabric, where it's from, goes into painstaking detail. And this book is almost 400 pages long. Let me put that into perspective. It is excruciating levels of detail about outfits at every twist and turn. I swear there were only like 5 chapters that did not have a description of what someone was wearing. Of course, it all fits into the themes and, the fact that people aren't really real in American Psycho. They're just sets of clothing that spout nonsense, but, sets of fancy clothing, might I add.
Fancy clothing. Oh, I see. Okay.
Makes for a good experience. I think for you, you'd probably enjoy the movie more.
Probably. It's sounding like a lot to read it.
The book does kind of get a little bit dry at parts, and that's the main reason why I find it a harder sell. At least for your first brush with the experience. I don't think you've seen it, have you?
No.
Okay.
No, I haven't. I've seen bits and pieces because people are like, hey, Sigma male. Oh god, he's a murderer.
Nah, he's not a Sigma male. He's just a contrarian. I mean, that's literally the point of his character.
That's quite a way to oversimplify it, but okay.
No. I mean, like, there's nuance to it. Because, literally, he's a contrarian in a sea of conformists. Like, he literally basically gets, like, actually sick, delirious even, at whenever he tries to force himself into the mold. Literally a contrarian. There's more to it, and, I am oversimplifying it a bit just because I don't want to spend our hour time slot talking about nothing but American Psycho.
Patrick Bateman. You mean Christian Bale? No, I mean Patrick Bateman.
No, it's just Aaron's reading corner where he doesn't shut up about themes. I'm still just a touch under the weather today, if you couldn't tell.
That's fine. You wouldn't be the only one, it seems.
Mm-hmm. What, are you not doing too hot yourself?
No, I am. It's just in a few days I might not be, it's whatever. I'll just go ahead and go to school sick as a dog. You know what it is.
The school experience. Sick as a dog, but in class nonetheless. Wait, don't you have like a 3-hour bus ride?
They've been letting me drive unlicensed recently, so that's fun. It gives me a rush getting on the highway with no documentation whatsoever.
Why don't you just set up an appointment? You did the online course, Randy. Or did you already set one up and you're just waiting for the time to come?
Well, see, the thing is, I'm a lazy bastard.
It takes like 3 minutes.
I told you I'm a lazy bastard. What part do you not understand?
I'm just wondering, what will it take to make you not lazy in this one instance? Because it's literally just convenience.
You know what would make me not lazy? The price of insurance going down, okay?
I mean, like, fair.
And that's never going to happen.
Fair.
I mean, technically, I could probably pay for my insurance, but then what money would I have left? Nothing. Zero.
Yeah, fair.
Zilch.
It'd be that way.
Mm-hmm.
It occurs to me we're almost 15 minutes into the podcast and we haven't introduced ourselves.
Yes, that's right. So this unlicensed driver is Randy.
And this unlicensed driver is Aaron.
And this that we're doing right now?
Unlicensed Tangents. Unlicensed because someone could steal our name, identity, and general look, and we could do not a thing about it.
Actually, we could kill them with fire bombs, but yeah, well.
I wonder where we'd start.
Crafting the napalm, obviously. There's actually a bunch of different guides for making napalm. A lot of different styles,
Styles. I like to put a bit of flavor in mine, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Personally, I like the pineapple preservative. What kind of preservative do you use in yours?
Mango.
Nice.
Mango, but
an
it's
excellent choice.
mango, but sometimes I like to switch it up with watermelon just because mango gets a bit too tropical for my taste from time to time.
Yeah, that's fair. That's fair.
Tropical flavors and scents are something you have to be rather gentle with, I've found. And it's just off the cuff.
We're just talking about making napalm.
Yeah, just making napalm, but, we have, fruitier elements in it.
Yeah, you know. Before the smell of rotting flesh reaches your nose, you at least want to smell something good.
Speaking of rotting flesh, GTFO, am I right?
Oh, yeah, definitely. Yeah, so Aaron, Scott, and I have been trying to play a game in which we need 4 people.
And
Guess how many people I said we're playing with? That's right, you know how to count. It's 3.
Ain't that fun?
Yeah. And I found, by trying to clear the first level by myself and failing miserably, obviously, I was trying to just blast through an unnecessary door on top of the main objective, right? 2 of them, might I add, and I got the first one. It actually wasn't that hard. It's just, foam grenade the door, put down my turret, put down a bomb. You know what it is, put down the bomb. Mm-hmm.
The bomb.
The bomb. And then I just circle them around and I run back into the room that I was originally defending, and then they just start flooding in, and I'm like, oh shit! And I mow them all down, because that's just how it works,
That's fair.
And then the last guy almost kills me because I can't hit him for the life of me.
Man. But hey, we might be a 3-man team in a 4-player, 4-man team type game, but we've almost beat level 2 with just the three of us.
Yeah, we're right there.
A bit more health, just a bit more ammo, and we're home free.
Mm-hmm.
Sorry, go on.
I didn't have anything else to say.
Oh, it sounded like you were about to start saying something. Let's dig into that there.
Let's expound upon that thought.
Expound. Are you using your word of the day calendar?
No. I don't have one of those.
Then what did I sneak onto your desk?
It looks like a calendar telling me how long I have left to live. It's really nice. Thank you.
You're welcome. I got it off a shady merchant. I got it off. I mean, he thrust it at me angrily, said the end times are nigh, yours is sooner than most, and said have a happy Christmas. This was July, by the way.
Ah, yes. His calendar is 6 months out.
Heck yeah.
Christmas.
I mean, I have dreams about dying once a year at most, or at minimum. And I don't know why. It's not necessarily that I think about death too often. I keep it casual. It's just, I will be fine. I'll be having my normal weird dreams about eating paper and, I think last night I had an entire adventure-related dream where I freed an entire people for some reason, and I don't really get it. Fever dreams literally hit different, but yeah, every once in a while I just have a dream. A while back I had a dream that I died and I was in purgatory with my family, so that was fun. Except it was on some sort of starship that I didn't fully comprehend.
Just, oh wow, nice. We're just flying through purgatory at light speed.
It was strange, okay? I don't get it. Who knows? Maybe the ship was called Purgatory.
And you were actually just in space.
I think I've had at least one dream about the end times coming. I had another dream that I was in a nuke blast, I saw it coming down out of the sky. I have a lot of dreams about dying. Who am I kidding?
Well, once a year is kind of frequent.
It's fine.
You're just yes, experiencing the frailty of my mortal coil.
Exactly. I mean, you have dreams about dying too, right?
Very, very occasionally.
Okay.
It's not often at all. The last one that I significantly remember was I was 6, and I jumped off a building.
The classic.
The last image in my mind was a taxi increasing in size extremely quickly.
No, I just had the thought of hey, I've seen this one before. It's a classic. And 6-year-old you is just like, what are you talking about? It's brand new.
Boing. It's like 50-pound child is like, ah!
I'm trying to desperately to remember the specifics of the dream I had last night because it felt important for some reason. Have you ever had a dream like that? Like you knew it wasn't like grounded in reality, but it still felt important that you remember it?
No, actually.
Oh.
The only dreams that I have that are kind of important are the ones that predict reality.
You just randomly get future sight, but you can't choose when.
Exactly. That's the only problem. I need to start being able to choose when. That's the grand accomplishment stage of my technique.
Technique.
Technique. Technique.
Technique.
Technique.
Firmly grasp it.
Now firmly grasp it. Firmly grasp it. I said, firmly grasp it.
I shouldn't have done that. Ooh. That burned in a new type of way.
You're just like, it hit different.
Critical damage.
It literally hit different.
Man. But yeah, GTFO was great. Like, I don't care if it would be a bad solo player experience. For the first time, I understand the joy, or not the first time, but for the first time in a while, I'm able to experience the joy of like not caring about the quality of the game as long as I'm having fun with friends.
Also, the quality of our play, it's just, wow, I suck ass. Hey, we all do.
Yeah, the when you triggered the exact same sleeper twice in a row. Like, we literally went through, you trigger it, we beat him up, die, come back, trigger it, defeat him. I was worried that I get like unnecessarily condescending when we were playing though.
Nah, I deserved it.
I still don't want to be mean though.
Be mean.
No.
Especially to me, be mean.
I don't... Why?
What do you mean, why?
What do you think I mean, why? Because I don't want to be mean to people. Except for, like...
Well, some
there's
bastards
some people
and
out there who want
idiots
to be
deserve it.
I don't think you deserve it, though.
I don't know, the kind of ass I was playing, like, I kind of deserve it.
I wasn't playing at my best either. Like, my head was stuffed with allergy medication. And also the allergies.
You were
I was fending off.
having a waking fever dream.
I mean, yeah. I wasn't, like... I can't remember most of what we played last night. Like, I remember us getting through really quickly. In between is not present in my head. I remember dying repeatedly. Yeah, that's about it.
I think we got party wiped like 4 times that try.
Yeah. We got party wiped really early on, I think. That was the first one.
I think it was right after the checkpoint, and we're like, oh no!
That should have been our warning sign that, like, hey, maybe we ought to reassess.
And then meanwhile, I'm like, hey, how about we optimize? And then we optimized, and it got only slightly better.
That's just how it is, my friend.
Mm-hmm.
I'm looking forward to tomorrow's work day in my foundations class where I'm going to stare at my teacher like a psychopath for 2 hours while pretending like I'm actually doing work. You know how it is.
No, I know what it is. I know what it's made of.
You know what it's made of?
I know what it's made of.
I don't know why that phrase stuck with me so much. I don't know why. I don't know, it sounds so, like, oddly, like... What's the word I'm looking for here?
I don't know. It's too bad my status doesn't show up unless I'm online.
I'm trying to think about it, because it's like, I know what it's made of. It's a phrase that I shouldn't care about, but the way it's phrased feels so... It feels so strangely surreal, I think.
Yeah, I've got something for you.
I can't stand arachnophobia. Just let the spiders get married. Marrying? The spiders? Foolishness abound.
It is abound. I'm extremely foolish. I thought you knew.
No, it's okay. That's alright.
Stop touching my penis. My penis is off limits.
I beg your pardon? Oh, the new dim quotes, I see.
You're slapping somebody in the face with your penis.
Don't say it like that.
I'm trying to imitate a French accent and failing miserably.
Okay, but it's French. We're allowed to make fun of them.
Fair.
No, I said, I think I was talking in another server and I phrased, instead of calling it soda, I just thought it'd be funny to call it soda pop for the fun of it. And like, someone called me like French Canadian and like, another person just responded in all caps, "He's Canadian!" As though it was like an affront.
They're like, what?
No!
Nani?
Literally just, no!
No! You can't do this to me! He can't keep getting away with this!
My brother and dad, they went to Barnes & Noble's today. Actually, it's Barnes & Noble, not Barnes & Nobles. But anyway, and they, at my request, picked up this. Volume 3 of Kubo-san Won't Leave Me Be.
Won't let me be invisible.
That's cringe. Don't you dare say that in my house again.
Well, unfortunately, I'm going to have to say it because that's how they translated it.
The new chapters have been making me smile. Because I noticed that you have, like... You've got stories that show, like, oh, you know... Most romance stories pay a lot of attention to the leads and how they feel about developing feelings for one another, but I find that you seldom see the families of the leads get, like, that type of screen time, you know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
I just see you opening up to the Junta page.
His name is... Junta.
Critical damage.
Death. Death.
Desu.
Death.
Want to know something I remembered the other day?
What?
I remembered that there is a Kubo-san anime coming.
Yes, there is. It's beautiful. Isn't it 2023, though?
I think...
It's unfathomably far off.
I don't know. Let me double check.
Turns out it's today.
Which, I mean, makes sense then that they're, like, mainlining the manga, getting it out, like, hey, guys, get to reading.
Read.
Please.
Use your eyeballs.
And, of course, I'm a shill, so you know I'm there.
Yes.
Wrong one.
You just click on the Barnes & Noble site.
Yeah, it's set to premiere in 2023. Dang it.
Fuck!
I say again, no. Also, it's cool. There's this used books site called Abe Books that I can get what is usually retail like a $15 book for 3 schmackaroos.
It's honestly awesome.
Yeah! Yeah, boys. Yeah. Get them, boys.
And you're like, books!
Exactly. I love books.
I love refrigerators.
I love that one just because of, like, how long it takes him to get to the end. Like, literally just dunk, 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 dunk. I love refrigerators. And honestly, I believe him. He loves refrigerators, Randy.
He just looked like he was in his element, Aaron. He was just like, oh yeah, now we're talking. I love refrigerators.
So you've been enjoying Sumeru.
Yes. Yes, I have been.
More than Inazuma?
Okay, that's debatable. Because, like, layers to everything is kind of a head scratcher and a half. I'm like, leave me alone, I'm stupid! But then it's also like, okay, I don't have to literally go across the ocean to explore. Oh no! The teleport point's on another island! Drifting my boat like it's the mountains.
I still love that there's an achievement for that.
Drifting your boat. Go a really long distance in your boat. Oh, I mean, Wave Rider. The principle it uses for movement is very mysterious. It's literally burning my primal gems away.
You can feel it, your wishes just fading to dust.
I just feel my luck going down and down and down.
Oh yeah, so you talk a lot about, like, a 4-star 50-50. Like, how does that work? So, like, last night I got Zhang Q.
You got Jing Qiu is how it's actually pronounced.
I'm a moron.
Yeah, I am too. I like Jing Qiu better. Because I'm actually stupid. You know what it is. So when you did that, the next one is guaranteed to be one of the 3 on the banner.
Oh, the next 4-star I pull.
Yeah.
How often does one pull 4 stars again?
Every 10 wishes.
Well, I thought it was only a 4-star weapon or character.
If you pull a weapon, you'll get a character next time. I think that's just for your first couple of 4 stars, though.
Okay.
I'm not sure how it progresses past that. Because I know with 5 stars, if you happen to get 6 5-stars because your luck is completely insane, or you spent $7,000 on a banner. Whale status.
Whales make me afraid. Like anyone who would spend that much money
I called a whale into the fire domain and I watched him just solo it. It's literally harder in co-op.
Oh, you met the Genshin version of Let Me Solo Her.
Yes, literally. I just saw him walk in there and death spread around the domain. He had a 2 Geo DPS. He had what the fuck is her name?
What type of
the book Geo.
The book Geo? Are you talking about
Ningguang.
Ningguang?
There you go. Yeah. Okay, he pulled out that and he pulled out his Ito and he had the signature weapons on both. It was just raising the enemy.
Nice.
I saw him ult and the HP just disappeared.
Some people.
It's the thing is, my melt crits generally like, 16,000, let's go, 20,000, let's go. He was like 50,000 with no reactions.
That is terrifying, but impressive.
50,000 a hit. And if you've felt or seen how Ito plays, it's like boom, 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 boom. Like 50, 50.
You just redlined the mic. Just for a good couple seconds. That is going to hurt the ears.
Probably.
That looks like it hurts your hand.
A little bit. It's fine. And the thing is, his Oni was so much stronger. He pulled out Ingwang, and I'm like, why do you have that? What purpose does she serve?
Flavor.
No, it's Geo Resonance because it's the strongest in the game. And whenever you have 2 Geo characters together, their damage boosts by like 20%.
Interesting.
It's literally the strongest one. And if you have certain other elements together, like 2 fire boosts by like 15%, and like 2 water was like healing up. What the fuck is the point of that? Just build a better healer.
I mean, it's an obvious solution. Build better.
I like a protective canopy because I'm really bad at dodging and shielding in time, so I'm always just taking damage.
Man.
All resistance is increased by 15%. Let's go!
Let's go! Nice.
Oh yes, remembering that I can't damage the enemy because it's lightning based with Vado, and I'm just like, bring the shield, motherfucker. Oh, that's disappointing.
Wow, that did nothing. That did nothing. That did nothing.
Meanwhile, the enemy doing nothing to me.
That one boss at the top of
The thunder manifestation or whatever the hell it is.
yeah, that one hurt a lot to fight because I'm like,
No
I
lightning.
I can't do it.
No lightning. No.
I actually still managed to do it, but it was painful.
Yeah, no. My solution was Yanfei.
Anime Saul Goodman back at it again.
Literally a half adeptus.
Nice.
It doesn't specify what kind she is. All we know is that she has horns in her hair.
I still say they look like roots of some kind.
Possibly.
No?
Does it ever say? She's like, yeah, no, the only contract I ever signed with my dad was live a full life.
I mean, it's kind of wholesome, though.
Yeah, it doesn't ever say who her dad is. And it also says, oh, I was born during peace times. When during peacetime?
See, history is kind of cyclical. We go wartime, peacetime, wartime, peacetime, wartime, peacetime. Which one of those?
Oh, no, she was saying she was born post-Archon War.
It was a joke.
Exactly.
Fair.
You know there was a war before the Archon War, right? So which peacetime are we talking about here, Yanfei?
The one that I don't remember.
Turns out she's like 3,000 years old.
Man, I can barely wrap my mind around being 100 years old at some point, let alone 1,000. I'm gonna be real. I wouldn't want that. You know,
it's kind of weird for a mortal to live past 80. Meanwhile, when you don't age, it's just like, oh, cool, I'm 900,000 years old. That's fucking awesome.
And honestly, that's what I was saying. Growing up or like seeing villains and everything, their ambition is, I want to live forever. And I'm just like, I don't care, man.
Why?
Yeah, exactly. I'm like, why? Why should I care? Why do you want this?
I need immortality so I can rule the galaxy. You're not wishing for invincibility? Who are you?
No, I hear invincibility, or I think it's invulnerability, maybe?
Yeah,
anyway.
invulnerability.
No, and I just think of that one of the trials of Hercules, to where he had to fight this lion that was invulnerable. And his solution was, since, weapons couldn't damage its skin or anything like that, he just choked it to death.
Yeah.
And I just love that like actually worked for him. Where its pelt is like clothing.
There's a version of it where he forces its mouth closed permanently. And he's harmless now, because no mouth. Oh, 1,000 pounds of Vite Force, huh? How about 1,000 pounds of rope?
I personally prefer the choking him to death one just because of how funny it is.
He's just like, oh, invulnerable, huh? Come here!
Like, I like the idea that by this point, Hercules is just kind of tired of the nonsense, and so he's like, you know what?
Invulnerable.
Screw nature. Headlock!
Full Nelson.
Played college ball,
At some cushy Ivy League school.
Could have gone professional.
Try University of Texas. Could have gone pro if I hadn't joined the Navy.
Oh, man. Revengeance never change. Never change.
Well, luckily it's not a live service game, so they can't just release a new version of the cutscene.
People have actually wondered about, like, Revengeance, a second game, like, following Revengeance, but I'm just like, don't do it. Revengeance is perfect as it is.
Hold on. Let's see this new one. Let's see it.
New Dimma Dynamite quote. Why can't I have titty decor? My titties deserve some decor.
Fine, get some titty decor then.
I don't know, what do I say in response to this? Do I say I did not need to know that? Or am I more a man who would say something along the lines of, please discuss your decorating options outside of the Dimma quotes, please?
No, here, I got you.
Alright, you got me then.
My titties deserve to be spoiled. Take a look at my response. Sold.
Sold. Video game.
Video game.
Who says they can't be decorated? Me, because I'm a hater.
Well, hate less.
Hate less, shot more.
Ah, damn it. Sold.
Everything saves. I saw an AE86 on Marketplace, but they hollowed out the inside except for the driver's seat. They had the full weight reduction kit.
Yeah, that thing was like 1,700 pounds. You would not want to race against that thing.
Yeah. Ah, well.
But also, it was loud as hell inside. You'd hear every single noise. You'd
Hey.
go insane dailying it after a while.
I absolutely lose my mind. What, music make you lose control?
Music make you lose control. Music make you lose control.
This actually doesn't look too bad.
Yeah, it does.
Except for the floorboards, which kind of look too bad.
Yeah, well. It's an old Honda.
No smoke leaks, new radiator and fluid, new thermostat, new oil filter and oil change. All these things I did just to have them new. They didn't really need them. But you're welcome. But you're welcome. What about my welcome, huh? I'm sorry, it irks me. 3 owners.
3+ owners. No wonder he did so much work to sell it. It's only $5,000 after all that. Oh, wow. Poor dude.
32-year-old car. $5,000. I know what I have.
Well, no, that's probably the parts and labor right there. That's
Yeah,
$5,000.
It was a joke comment.
Yeah, obviously.
I might be stupid.
It's okay, me too.
That's why we're on the podcast together.
Yes, sir.
We're shaking our hands if you folks at home couldn't tell.
Obviously. What else would we do in that situation? $10,000 for an oil burner Camry.
Of course. Would you expect any less?
Yes, I'd expect
Exactly.
something reasonable. Not $10,000.
I still haven't been to see the 2000 Camry because my dad was not feeling great yesterday. One day, though. The folks were understanding, though. I think they were like, you know what? We gave this dude a rain check. We'll let him give us a rain check.
Damn. Really said, not yet, Chief.
No, I was just like, I hate to do this to y'all on short notice, but like, Deki Nai.
Can't go.
Literally, that was just it. It's just, I'm sorry. Emergency came up. The emergency in this situation being no one to take me. But it's fine. I'll see it at some point.
Imagine finding the Toyota boat.
The Toyota boat. Where do you see it?
$2,000, 2004.
Yeah, 214,000.
214,000 miles. Oops.
Way too many.
Ah!
And the back has seen...
See, that's a $500 car, unfortunately.
I don't know, the current state of the car market is kind of funny to laugh at, and then I remember I'm still looking for a car and I laugh a lot less. I was like,
Oh, wow, nice.
I was acting.
I was only acting.
And I just look at the camera like a deranged serial killer. No, I can't be a deranged serial killer. I'm Australian. I'll get serial killed. It's my third time this
Only
way.
10,000 miles? What the fuck?
Where?
the
Oh, the
Accord.
1998 Accord. They probably left out a 0. Has misfire in cylinder 3, has not been driven since everything else is good on the car. And I should... Oh yeah, I forgot. Dude just does not have the steering wheel attached.
Yeah, no, it's a
Here.
race car.
Go ahead, Scott. Show him this one. Look at that.
It's actually pretty normal for race cars.
What, just no steering wheel? You gotta, like, control the car with your...
No, to
Race-
have a quick disconnect, you silly.
Personally, I'd like to believe that the sheer will is what guides the car, but you know. Fine, if you want to be technical about it.
It follows the road on its own.
It's like a horse. It'll take you where it wants to go. And today it seems like it's feeling like the ditch. Followed by, like, crunching of metal and rolling of cars.
Toyota.
Toyota. Yeah, I've been losing hope the longer I look at Marketplace. Like, not even that I'm getting desperate, I'm just losing hope. Of course, I know that realistically, people are going to want to sell. Realistically, they're going to go, you know what? I trust whatever rando crawls out of the woodwork on Marketplace more than a dealership.
Actually, I do.
Yeah. Well, I mean, they do something weird with the car. You're not like responsible for it or anything. You're just like, okay, go ahead. I give you the papers. I give you the title. What do you want from me, man?
$800 for the 05. What the fuck?
Where? Oh, this? No, that's a scam. Anytime on Marketplace that I see, oh, my messenger doesn't work. It's like, no, you were lying to me here. You were like actually lying to me.
I saw its picture twice. What the fuck?
Yeah, it's a scam. If you look long enough, like, you'll see repeat pictures and everything, and that's just people just stealing the images from another post, posting them back up with little to no effort, and going, yeah, this will sell. Here's $7,000 for a 2011 Toyota Camry.
Might be one of the last gens for the oil burners.
From what I understand, comparatively, it's better off in terms of that.
Yeah, probably. And also, what people do is they, like, never change their oil. They'll go, like, 15,000 miles. That's bad. That's, like, half of the reason they burn oil is because, oh, yeah, 10,000 mile service interval. Lie.
You right.
Wow, the algorithm is even in charge of showing you what cars you can buy. That's fucking terrible.
The algorithm?
Yes.
Why do I need to know what Al Gore's rhythm is?
I don't know. It could be helpful in certain situations.
I just think of Avogadro's number.
Yes. I just think of the golden ratio.
The golden ratio. Kill me or release me, parasite. But do not waste my time with talk. But there is much talk.
Do not waste my time with idle talk. But there is much cock. That's not what I said. He whips out his massive what?
No, he just starts screaming, much cock!
I was talking about talk! Being poisoned by the cock.
Is that a paint scuff?
No.
Huh.
That's just how it's built.
Cosmetic blemishes, nothing major. Passenger seat needs professional cleaning. 156 cent.
Oh, I actually have something for that. It's fine.
Oh, okay.
It's not professional cleaning. It's just the right tools.
I'm gonna be real. This doesn't look too bad. What do you think, Randy?
I feel like they're charging slightly too much for 150,000 miles.
Fair.
It's just slight, though. It's not really that bad.
Just a little bit.
Uh-huh.
Well,
I feel like you could find something that they didn't see and be like, actually, this is 5. And, it might be fine.
Yeah. I'll save it. Send it to Scott. See what he thinks later. Or, whenever we bring him in.
Yeah.
Hey, well, there's a Honda Acti.
Oh, yeah. That's just a K-truck. They're actually really nice, except for the fact that they're kind of small and gutless.
Pain des.
And most K-trucks use the same inline 3 that Toyota makes and markets as another brand.
Mm-hmm.
It's like fuck, I'm trying to remember. Yeah, well.
Completely fair. I mean, it happens.
Oh, Daihatsu. Yeah, that's the brand they have for their inline three.
I'm getting lost in looking.
That's fair.
Steer this back to the podcast.
Post haste.
Post haste to the podcast.
Mm-hmm. As it were.
Oh man.
Oh man, we wasted a good 30 minutes talking about cars that we don't want to buy.
I love that part of the podcast. That's just a part of my daily routine. 15 minutes when I first come up here, after taking my boy for a walk and everything. He's my priority. First 15 minutes, I'm looking at cars going, I don't want that, I don't want that, I don't want that. Hey, there's a gem in the rough. It's sold. I don't want that.
Oh wow, hey, is this still a... Oh, no, it's not. That's fair. Looking for cars is kind of pain.
Yeah.
Yeah, well. And this one time I found this person who was like, hey, actually, contact me over my email. I'm like, okay. And then they're like, actually, I'm in the military, and I'm having this guy sell it for me. Can you, like, calm down? And I'm like, oh, God, that sounds, like, terrible.
Yeah.
Never mind. It was a really good deal, too. It was even in a nice color.
What was the car again?
It was like an '03 Toyota Camry. I was like,
Oh.
oh, hell yeah. And then, oh, hell no.
Just, no, thank you. Man, but that's just unfortunate. Anytime I see that it's like my messenger doesn't work, that breaks my bones in a certain way because I can't do it. Because, well, I figure anyone whose messenger isn't working does not need to be trying to sell a car. Like, you either get that, like, and messenger isn't working is such a vague term, or, like, just a blanket for an issue. Like, what's the problem with your messenger? Are you not receiving messages? Are you not able to send messages? Just saying my messenger doesn't work doesn't say anything, you know? You're just like, I was not paying attention to a single word you were saying.
No, I did.
No, it was
it's just one other weird thing was like I was trying to explain to them, hey, actually, could you get me a picture of like your quarter panels? And they're like, just come take a look. Yeah, come to this address where I'm going to shank you and steal your wallet.
Pain.
Of course, they didn't actually say that, but it's pretty much implied.
Oh, there was one dude I asked because there was a reasonable like down payment on a car, and I figured like realistically maybe the real price of the car isn't too far off. Here we go. How much is the full price of the vehicle? Yes, by appointment only. And I just heard nothing. I just asked because it was a 2012 Toyota Camry LE. And I just said, how much is the full price of it? Yes, by appointment only.
They're just saying yes, as in you probably can't afford it.
It's the by appointment only part that befuddles me. I can understand the yes, it's still available as a knee-jerk reaction or automatic response, but that, no.
They probably have a whole bunch of hapless fools coming to see that car, so they just put that down as their bot response.
I wouldn't doubt it. I was worried that being slightly under the weather would impair my ability to participate in this week's podcast, but very fortunately, I seem to have been unhampered.
You've just been hard carrying for no reason at all.
I'm just not going to remember any of this come tomorrow.
You're just going to wake up like, wait, hold on. Hey, Randy, you never came over. And I'm like, wait, what the fuck?
What?
What? Nani? The test isn't that hard. Meanwhile, what the fuck? Buds?
Yeah, new earbuds. I got Sony WFC 500s. They're the fancy man's earbuds. And by that I mean they were 100 they're 100 MSRP, and I got them for like 70 smackaroos.
You mean a tip dancer? The fancy man's whore?
No. They're earbuds. And it's funny, something Scott and I were talking about is a while back. He's like, I was like, man, my earbuds drain so quickly. And he goes, well, I mean, like, doesn't your case charge them? And I'm like, no. Do yours? He's like, yeah? Aren't they supposed to? And yeah, my previous earbuds, they did not do that. It was almost funny. But then I got these and they actually do that. And I forgot about it, too. Until I, like, pulled them out and, like, twice in a row, after listening to music for a while, I hear the battery at 100%. And I'm like, are they broken already? I've been using these. What gives, boss man? And, what's it called? Then I remembered, oh yeah, that's right, it actually has it charges them. Magic.
Magic. It sounds like a little bit of hacking.
Hawking.
Talking about the various types of hacking in Japanese, and they just keeps using the word hacking.
Hawking.
Rainbow haku.
Oh man, but yeah, this past week doesn't feel real. Or didn't feel real.
Yeah, it'd be like that sometimes.
Which is strange. I only have to go to class 4 days, so like, only going for 3 days shouldn't throw me off that much, but nope, didn't feel real. Go on.
Yeah, it just doesn't feel real whenever I'm just walking to class and I'm like, it's oddly silent over here. And then I look at my email, and shit, we didn't have class. I'm just walking around the school.
I'm telling you, man, get into the habit of checking your email before you leave.
Yeah, you're right. But sometimes I'm just in a hurry.
I mean, what time do you leave?
I try to leave 30 minutes before. It usually ends up about 15.
Well, I mean, you're driving unlicensed on your own now, so I mean, like, that shouldn't be a problem. You should have enough time.
So you see, the thing is, I do this to myself.
Okay, fair. Well, semi-fair. Not really.
Completely fair. Of course, get better, but completely fair should be your words.
Yeah. Mainly just the get better sentiment. Paired with, maybe, I hope you get better. Because honestly, that kind of sounds a little bit, it sounds really miserable. Of getting all the way across the town and going, oh, I didn't need to be here.
Of course, that hasn't happened with me driving yet. It's always been being dropped off and being like, oh, hey, no class, let's go.
Sucks, though, that you won't be able to see the main character anymore.
Oh, well, I don't plan on driving all the time.
Fair. I mean, once you get your license, you will. I'd presume you would.
Yes, that's obviously a goal of mine.
No, for me, I'm like trying to memorize the route to class and like in between my classes on like Tuesday and Thursday. And I'm just sitting there and I'm just like, okay, I can't do this.
Well, luckily the Google machine is always going to help you.
I'm talking about like keep my wits about me. But that's a joke more than anything. I know I'll be able to do it because, you know, I mean, I'll be fine. I'm not...
Googly machine, yeah?
I'm not incompetent.
Yes.
No, it's like, I know the route. It's just a matter of actually doing it in practice.
It's like not forgetting to exit.
Now, recently I was practicing driving, yesterday, in fact, driving people around and helping with errands and such.
Aaron helps with errands?
Yeah. I kind of felt something click back into place because I went a while without driving, but I think the mojo for driving kind of clicked back into place, so I think I'll be fine now.
It's kind of like riding a bicycle, actually. You just don't forget.
Well, I mean, barring laws of the road. People forget those all the time.
I haven't driven for 20 years. Watch me escape the police in his fucking 90s shitbox, and he's like, I'm already going 75. How did they get up to me?
Well, mine isn't a case of, like, forgetting how to drive. It's a more case of, like, remembering how to be comfortable and confident while driving. Because that's the main thing that I have to get into my head, is, like, I can know the practical stuff and be able to do it in the small scale. It's on the exam being able to collect myself and, like, not buckle under the weight of, there's a stranger in my car writing notes about me and, you know, potentially going to be mean to me after this is all over with.
No, they won't be mean to you. They'll just be like, failure. Or, good job, failure.
I mean, realistically, there's only two ways that I think I would fail the exam. Parallel parking and stupid mistakes accumulating. Because realistically, that's the main two things that would do me in. Like, I make stupid mistakes when I'm nervous. Just is that way. Gonna cross the double yellow line and they just shoot me.
Get out of here. And go to the Michael Gay zone.
I think you just said Michael Gay zone, and I'm just like, who is that? Who's Michael Gay? Go ahead. I want to know. Introduce me to him sometime.
Well, I might have to take you up on that offer. I just might have to.
Speaking of taking up on offers, I think tomorrow, if I'm feeling well enough, I'm going to try out for the, like, basically secretary job for $500 a week, and they're just like, come in for 8 hours, plus you get overtime pay. So, like, if I'm having a haggard month, I'm staying for, like, 8 hours every day. I'm going to be grinding it.
You come in on the weekends like, hey, this isn't your shift. I know.
No, but, like, I mean, like, if hours are available over winter break, then that's the schmoove. I do, like, 4 hours Monday through Friday, and I'm stacking. But my main concern, though, is literally just, no experience is needed. Are you going to train me? Because they list, like, a bucket list of things you're going to need to be able to do, and I'm like, are you going to tell me how to do it? Are you going to tell me how, boss man?
And they're like, nah. You'll figure it out as you go. How? Don't ask too many questions now.
Some of the things they want you to do, though, are, like, donate to charities or, like, foster homes and stuff, and I'm like, why?
This is half of my paycheck, you ass.
I mean, like, okay, on the one hand, frick, I don't want to sign back in. On the one hand, that's fair, you know, because literally this job has benefits. If I got it, and I'm sitting here bewildered because it's like it's for 8. Like, I would understand if this was like a full-time job, but it's like, no, it's just part-time, 8 hours max. You know, that's all we really need.
Hours?
Literally, that's all they need from me. Hence my, like, willingness to go for it.
Jesus. October 8 o'clock.
Man.
I still don't know the exact word for hours in German, because I know that they say like things like how much clock is it, motherfucker? But I don't know how they say hours.
Say, this cove we're in, you know, that we've been chatting in for this past hour, how structurally sound is it?
Oh god, that's an 18-wheeler. Do you hear it?
Yeah, and the post over there that's held up by, is that balsa wood? Seems like it's about to crack. Should we take cover?
I get the feeling that it's too late.
Oh, might as well kick it. So the whole bridge was balsa wood then, Randy?
Yeah, it seems like it.
Did
Looks
you
like
know this?
It looks like we killed a lot of people by you doing that. Actually, you killed a lot of people. Look at all the blood splattered everywhere in the crumpled up cars. How could you?
I was brought here against my will. I'm not even here. Have fun with the police, chuckle nuts.